It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. As the thumbnail tells you, or asks you, what is a Maybach? So, granted, I've been on Wikipedia because I don't know either. I'm not about to stand here in front of this camera and be a know-it-all to tell you that I know everything about beer, because I don't, but I've been on Wikipedia. So apparently a Maybach, this is Herforder Maibock, also known as a Bock, is a beer between 6% and 7.5% ABV. Bock meaning strong, I know that bit. May meaning May. So this beer is between 6 and 7.5% ABV, generally released in spring around the month of May. That's as much as I know about this beer. And that's as much as I'm going to tell you about this beer before we open it and check it out ourselves. This is 6.6% ABV. There's the bottle cap. It's in a traditional, I'd go as far as to say, it's almost looking like a Belgian stumpy, sort of French style stumpy bottle, isn't it, this one? Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Good head retention? That's a bit jumping the gun, really, isn't it? Good smoke on the bottle opening. Let's see if it's got a good head retention. Oh, look at this. You can almost see the strength of the beer by, number one, the colour. They've used lots of malt here to get it up to that 6.6% ABV. It does indeed have good head retention, thank goodness. Good carbonation, rather large carbonation. An old brewer once told me, the smaller the bubble, the better the beer. This one has quite large bubbles, so I don't know what that means in terms for this beer. It's a golden amber coloured beer. It looks beautiful. Looks absolutely beautiful in the glass. It does indeed have good head retention. Let's get the aroma. There's a bit of sweet malt coming through. Let me step back a bit. A little bit of sweet malt. A little bit of biscuitiness coming through. It smells really good. It's funny because you're getting a lot of malt aroma, and what I said earlier on about that kind of initial malty kind of like look to the beer, the amount of malt is in there. It offers that kind of like almost predetermined strength. I like a strong beer. I'm not going to dodge the subject. I love an imperial stout. I love a barley wine. I love a German Bock. The beer's available from beersofeurope.co.uk. It's on the t-shirt. Let's get in. Cheers. Oh yeah. Oh, this style of beer, I hope it never ever disappears, because it's just something different. It's a Bock. There's lots of sweet malt in there. It kind of reminds me a little bit of an English barley wine with that massive malt bomb. I love the style. There's so many styles of beer out there to try. In fact, after reviewing over 11,000 beers on the channel, I'm still Googling what a Maybach is. You'll never stop learning with beer. There's never enough styles to try. There's always something new. There's always something old and undiscovered. In this case, it's a good, strong lager, this one. It's just rich, almost silky smooth, good creamy, rich mouthfeel, biscuity, almost nutty, bready. And then it goes over to a fantastic sort of like stinging nettle, classic German bitter finish on the back end. Just tremendous, absolutely tremendous liquid in the glass. Oh. Do you know, there's always a case. There's always a case to stand here and go, you know, I've been standing in this spot. I'm sitting in this spot even when this was a outside garden, being all excited about a Jennings snack lifter or a Shepherd Neame Spitfire or something or other, standing in this very spot, or just standing over there in the kitchen, which is still there. And I never get bored. I never get bored of it. You know, the only time I ever got bored of beer was New England IPA. That was the only time where I thought, I got to do a beer review. Was New England IPA, because it's just so much of it, and it was just like same, boring. And I have messages from brewers now who message me and say, if I have to brew another New England IPA, I'll pack in and get a job. I get it. I get those messages. Unfortunately, it's a beer style that everyone seems to want, and it's a beer style that's really caught on, but it's just stagnated the beer world, if you like. If there was ever a suggestion of what killed craft beer, I think you've only got to look at New England IPA and just the monotonous kind of like dredging up of that same style over and over and over and over again. What I'm trying to say to you people here is that there's so much other stuff out there. Visit these websites, visit beersofeurope.co.uk. Maybe you've worked away, maybe you've been on holiday somewhere, you found that perfect beer. Maybe you've been to Germany and found this and thought, oh, I'd love to try this in the UK. It's available at beersofeurope.co.uk. It's a cracking beer, this. The malt, the biscuitiness, the breadiness of it, the hops, the bitterness on the back end. Love a Bock. It's really interesting. If you go back 10 years on the channel, if you have a look at my videos from about 10 years ago, I'm drinking German beer and I'm like, well, no, this is all right. This is kind of like, probably I was saying back then, oh, it's not hoppy enough. Oh, there's not enough hops in it. Oh, it's not grapefruity. And, you know, I was a little bit disinterested. It took me to actually go to Germany and drink beer. I drank a Helles lager after travelling all day on a train, flying in an aeroplane, then all day on a train. Finally got to this destination in Hamburg, in Germany. Oh, I just had this Helles lager in a beer garden. There was pizza cooking over to my right. The sun was shining down on me on this beautiful beer garden. I was sat next to the fermenter, and there was a door on the fermenter, and I was just handed a glass by the host who kindly took me over to Hamburg to show me his brewery. And he said, Simon, sit here. There's the door to ferment for the fermenter. Go in, turn the tap, help yourself. And I got it. I sat there all afternoon and it clicked. Lovely weather, pizza, just terrificness everywhere. Right. Herforder Maibock. It seems to say aromatic Bock special beer. My German's getting good. I drink so much beer from Germany these days. It says actually aromatisch Bock beer special. So that means an aromatic Bock beer special with malt and hops and just good old fashioned German glory. I love it. Love Germany. I'm a couple of years away. Well, I'm actually 3 months away or 2 months away now from my daughter going to university, hopefully. And then my youngest daughter is going into her last year of school. And I'm getting to the stage where I'm telling my wife, I'm saying, hey, you know, we need to start looking at the future here. We need to start like looking at what we can do. And I've always tried to send a message if I want to go and travel around Germany or travel around Belgium or travel around, I fancy Japan as well. Just do a bit of beer travelling. Actually grabbing this camera, finally, after all these years of being in the conservatory, being in the kitchen, being a good dad really. Hanging around, being a good dad, and then just getting out there. And flipping, really getting out there. That's my plan. I really want to travel. I want to travel everywhere. I don't want to be stuck in this one spot forever. I really don't. It might be the case with circumstances that I do. If you notice, my flipping shoulders frozen and I'm not getting any younger, and I may not want to, but I'll force myself to travel. I knew a lady, a family member actually on my wife's side. She literally had no legs and she was still getting up to Scotland and on the train, and it never stopped her. Rating. It's good. It's cracking. It's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.